Hello, welcome to Wednesday's lockdown. And it started at positive and it started at wallpaper. And has it got beyond that? Is she still in a good place? Is she going after not? Well, we're going to do a wee bit, but I like to share the craziness and the madness with my good pal, Ronnie Hart. Here is
Hello, D.
Hello.
Hello, OD. That's what it sounds like, OD. Right, I'm looking for live comments and there's none in yet. I'm not happy.
We've only signed in, mate. Give me a minute to at least tune in. Were you about to just stop trying to take over the show? I mean, I asked you on, and you're sitting there thinking you're reading the comments already and trying to take that. I mean, I'm in the edge, Ronnie, right now.
Listen, how did you get on with Aaron?
Aaron
Wilkie, was he coming on me?
He was fantastic.
Good man.
I think he was a little starstruck and that, having to talk to me that long to this beautiful face.
Well,
that length of time.
Well, aye, okay. Moving on.
What do you mean, okay? I better kick your hat off your head, man, so social distancing's by.
Listen, my nieces are on here tonight. I know they're on there. Evening, Joanne.
Your nieces to stop coming on here tonight if you need to behave yourself. So, that's not what the show's about.
Need swearing.
How's it going, Joanne? What are you fucking up to?
Rachel Monroe says she can't hear you. She can't hear you, Rachel. Where do you live? Where does Rachel live? You need to shout louder.
I can. If anybody else can hear me, don't say that. That gives me the absolute fear.
Joanne, can you hear us? Everybody can hear you. Pardon me.
Worried there?
No, you're okay.
So,
right, what have you been up to? Right, this week, what have you been up to? What have you done?
Trying to avoid being sexually frustrated.
How do you do that? As a female living in Ayrshire, how do you go about that?
Well, it happens in the morning. I mean, in the morning it's all right.
What happens?
I can cope, Ronnie. I can cope, right? And then I get the coffee and I do the teeth brushing and I put the jogging suit on and I go for my exercise because I get dead early in the morning. Because
Are you doing exercise? Have you got a routine?
I'm practically running up my own ribs because my clit's eating my eyebrows off.
Your leg or so? You need stitches in your thighs?
I need stitches in my fucking ears.
No, are you sticking to your routine and all that? And is it just making
I did have a wobble. I ate a lot of chocolate the other day there. Like, I had to do the traditional thing where I bought my daughter an Easter egg and then I realised that we were in lockdown, that my daughter Charlie isn't going to get fucking her Easter egg anyway. So I decided, because I was having a low moment, that I would eat her Easter egg, but I'm not going to see her. I've stuck myself in now, but she doesn't watch my lives because she's like, Mum, you're so embarrassing.
I know Rachel can hear his news, but by the way, I need to say hello to two people I've met because of you that said to me, "Are you Ronnie Wood? You that guy that was on with Dee Maxwell?" I says, "I fucking wish I was Ronnie Wood for a start." A lassie called Emma and her man's name was Harry, and they said, "Say hello to us." So I'm saying hello to them.
Hello. Oh, do you know what else we need to do? Do you know what happened today? I just went and tagged my big cousin Jacqueline, who's like one of my biggest cheerleaders, right, in this post, right? Mm-hmm. And then she put underneath it, "This is the worst, isn't it? This is like, I can't even kid when I don't like this cousin. I've loved this cousin my whole life. We've never ever fell out, and that's a record for me." And then she says, "Oh, I just thought that you were messaging there to say happy birthday."
And you forgot her birthday.
Aye, because I've been living in an anxiety bubble a day and talking to anybody.
But listen, see if it's your birthday the now, especially in April. I know somebody that's listening, it's a birthday in April. Doesn't count because it's shit. What you got to do? Have an online, like on your phone, and 6 years get drunk in your house yourself? No. You know what I mean?
Some people are enjoying that.
Would you enjoy that? Would you enjoy sitting yourself?
No, but I'm not much of a drinker, man. If I'm drinking, I'll be the one that's doing the tune in their bra going at the pose. Find me, but I'm going down the park, you prick. Drinking will get you the fucking jail, know what I mean? That's what that will happen with that.
Right, everybody can.
How you doing in Cambridge, UK? Hi, Julie.
Cambridge,
darling.
Cambridge.
Why do we say that? We get pissed off when folk change that, go out and try and talk Scottish, and you're thinking, and then I just made an arse of that. There's
no, there's none. Loving your hairband. Right, let's talk about mobile barbers. They would make a fortune in it.
Did you just fucking point at my hairband?
No, I just says I'm loving it.
You want to see why?
You don't, man. Don't, honestly.
Look at that.
It's a disgrace, isn't it?
Fucking look at that. That's like a fucking crocheted patchwork quilt.
No, you look like an 80s pop star.
For this angle, see if you take this bit away here, right? Right, I look like Jerry for the Spice Girls, but if you add that, I could pass as Mel.
You look like an 80s pop star. Like after a live gig.
Aye, 80s pop star with somebody that's looking at me is obviously like the hidden Kate. You know what I mean?
Somebody's dad's 82 today. Oh. Did you have a wee online party for him, Angie?
Happy birthday, Angie Day's dad.
Aye. Because let's face it, Angie, you're looking at him right now and you're thinking, how much is he leaving me? That's what I do with my dad.
See you fucking creep. I hate it you do that.
They get to an age, they get to an age where you look at them and you just think, right, how much are we talking? Do you know what I mean?
I know what I'm talking. My mum was one of the folk that lived like a fucking king her whole life and left fuck all. My mum will have nothing. I'll probably be one of the ones. My mum's told me for years that she's paid her own funeral but never produced the proof. And I've asked for the proof on numerous occasions because I know she's a lying bastard. And fucking... what's going to happen is I'm going to get whacked with her big fuck. No, I will. We all have a lovely life, darling. Don't let me burden you any longer because I'm a cunt-faced bastard. You know what I mean?
Man, nieces are listening, for God's sake.
Listen, your nieces better stop listening to the thing if you're going to keep getting me into trouble for Uncle Ronnie because I'm not your niece. But
there's Emma there. There's our Ronnie Wood. That was how I met during the week. Ronnie Wood.
How you doing, Emma, darling? No, but he's Ronnie Park.
No.
Evening, Danielle, darling. How's things?
Everybody just sitting at home, just sitting with your computers or your phones.
No, they aren't. I'm wallpapering still, mate. I made candles today. I made a candle. I made a sage and
was it a Gwyneth Paltrow candle?
What?
Was it a Gwyneth Paltrow candle?
No, it wasn't a prick.
No, did you see that? Though she wanted to make candles and she wanted them to make like to have the scent of vagina off them. That's a true story. That's a true story. She was.
I'm telling you, I'm one of those fortunate people that has never been able to smell a smelly fanny because I've only sniffed my own and it's never been smelly. But there should be a law against smelly fannies.
That's ridiculous. Right, mobile barbers. Everybody's shaving their head. Do you think I should shave my head, Dee?
No, you'll get lifted.
Do you think so? I was going to shave it.
Take that off. Take that off completely.
I'm not doing it.
Oh, shite bag.
Aye.
Shite bag if you don't. Got yourself Glaswegian.
Aye.
Disgrace.
You're missing the spa. You missed. All right. See, what about Kevin Bridges here? What's his hair like? What's Kevin's hair like?
I don't know. I've not seen it. I've just been living in my bubble of bleach. Hiya from Northern Ireland. How's it going, Emma? How's things over there? Tell us what's happening. So anyway, we're here. I'm really feeling guilty, right? And I know. Thanks, George. I'm well, darling. Missing
about me?
Missing your morning talking shite, but we'll see you soon. Sorry, that's one of my work colleagues. I can say that now because we're on fucking layoffs now and fucking we might not get back to smile at folk and give them towels and fucking argue about the staff meal and that. I'm missing it. And I really am.
Right. Shaving your head, getting your hair cut. I was thinking about it. Going to just shave my head.
I've ordered peroxide and bleach and I'm going to bleach it myself and then I've got a toner and I'm going to tone it myself and if it doesn't work I'll just get a bigger hairband.
Can you do? Aye, there's a thing in it. Jeez, what about women getting grey hair? That's a thing as well. Now do we even like maybe grey hair or even they'll get their roots are showing.
I've got none luck, that's my natural hair. I've got no grey hair and I'm nearly 40.
Neat. Well. But somebody's laughing at you calling me a shite bag. It's true. Guilty. My hand's up to that one.
So I know your nieces and that are watching, right? But I can actually outline this show to you before we took it on together, Ronnie. And I'm not happy about before we go live. You're telling me what I can and can't talk about. When you're talking about my live stage, you know I'm a woman on the edge today. I've told you this sexual frustration is getting to me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Paul Hipson's a very man that could sort that out for you, my mate Hippie. You could
I've seen him. He's the most crab better guy I've ever seen. Get that camera off me.
That's my boy. Aye. Right, so your sexual frustration's got the better of you.
36 days in Northern Ireland lockdown so far. I swear to God, I don't even know what day it is. I actually had to text my WhatsApp group of friends today and say, is it Wednesday or Thursday today?
Imagine being locked down with somebody, but you didn't like them. Imagine you were locked down yourself.
No, my ex is here.
What? Really?
Aye. Because I'm a paranoid android, so my ex has moved in so that I don't need to take the reins to him for access. It was a moment of anxiety and he jumped on it.
And you're stuck with it now? Is he house trained?
Aye, he's OCD, dude. He's not, that's the problem.
Right. So he's
like trying to clean my ear when I've just lifted it off the pillow.
Right. That's a bit, innit? I didn't realise that. Well, aye. But Paul Hipson says he's actually a sensitive wee flower. You just got, you've misunderstood him.
Flower, walk away and throw shite at the moon.
But is your hair, what is it, Ronnie? Is always on your hairband, but he won't take his cat. And no wonder it's a fucking road rage under there, look.
Look at the state of that. You look like fucking. Do you remember? I don't know if Jeremy came to your school. Did Jeremy the wee monkey come to your school?
What are you talking about? Monkeys at school? What the fuck are you talking about?
Swear to God, anybody that's watching from my area of Ayrshire, Jeremy the monkey came for the Salvation Army, and he used to sing. His wee songs were cracking. He came with a guy, I can't mind the guy's name, and he brought him out the wee case. And Jeremy used to clean his ears first. Because he had to make himself presentable in front of the rains.
But the monkey cleaned his ears.
Jerry would sing, deep and wide, deep and wide.
I bet you was. I bet you were like, yes, I am.
Did you just call me deep and wide?
Not at all. A monkey at your school. That's
I swear to God, by the way, I swear to God, see if this wasn't socialisation, I'd be running up. I wouldn't even be getting the car. I'd be running up right through your window, your wee hopper, like a ninja, and kicking you about your own house like an empty tracksuit.
I wore a tracksuit today. I felt like a wee Ned. So that I was willing to turn a dress down and chill out. John Gilmore said deep and wide. He's just got
see if he's all just try and jump on the bandwagon, all your comedy boys and that. John Gilmore, you sit down with your bottle of Buckfast and reconnect yourself with Woody. You know what I mean? Your next film's coming out shortly.
A guy came to the school with a monkey. What was
Jeremy. The monkey's called Jeremy. Will you personalise it?
Wait, what was he doing with a monkey? What was he teaching you?
He was coming to teach us about God. And Jeremy sang the songs in front of everybody. It wasn't one-to-one or nothing.
Right. So, all right, it was the Salvation Army, so he was in to tell you about Jesus and all that.
No, he was in to tell me. He was in to tell me about donuts. Which I think he was in to tell me about the Salvation Army.
No, to tell you my monkey story. That's one of my stories when I realised I had to stop taking drugs.
See, before you tell your monkey story, right? Listen, people that's listening, right? This is a free show and you've got no reason to donate other than that I need to feed my wains. And if you don't feel guilt for that, I think you should feel guilt for that. And if you can't feed your wains either, that's the only reason you're not allowed to donate £1 or something, right? Because I'm struggling here. Because I might need to have to work with him for a long time. And
you got it right.
Or a hot dog. And you're pointing the wrong way. I'm a professional at this now.
You got it right. So, in reality, I'm pointing the other way, but it's because it's on here it does that.
Exactly.
That
you're here, but I'm actually pointing the other way, but you're actually here.
So, yeah, how do you donate? How do you do that?
There's a link on this, know what I mean? Maybe they'll put it up in a banner. You know what I'm like with technical stuff, but it just also helps the guys in the background because you know my lives are good, obviously, but this setup isn't all me. This is JokePit, and they're amazing, and they've had my back for ages. Listen, Kane looks a bit like Tarzan. That's how we can't bring him on screen.
Aye, we're not bringing him.
But he is a good guy, but we don't want him scaring the wains, so that's why we keep him in the background.
All right, and he's like, we're laughing right now, but sitting there with his girlfriend, sipping wine.
No, he will. He'll have us and get it and just taking the technical fault.
Right, listen, that somebody's actually confirmed your story. Oh, Demi says it. Demi says it. Aye, he used to come to school too. No, it wasn't a live monkey, but it was a what?
No, it was a puppet. He had his horn up, and he used to be Franquillicus, and he's like, I'm trying to think of I used to sing, he's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got you and me, brother. That one.
Do you remember? I remember all them from school. I remember all them.
Right, I had it in school too. Defo, don't think Rory looks like him. He does. That's what he does.
But the
Ronnie,
monkey or
keep
the
on
Christian?
your ears. Go.
I do that.
No,
The
but you
monkey
do
or
this
the
first. You
Christian
do this
guy?
first. Jeremy the Monkey Loldy, I think I do remember that.
What danger? That's the thing. But you
Doing
never
else, some monkeys were telling us about Jesus.
Monkeys on talking about Jesus. Right, so here's the thing for you, right? Let's be honest, right? You're trapped in your house with your ex, right? Right? Do you know? And you're saying talking about being frustrated and all that. How frustrated would you need to be?
I've actually just been sick in my mouth.
You've got a man in the house. He's house trained. So what?
I would rather run and grab the posties mask off him and actually take a charge for it than do that.
You're supposed to wear a mask?
Aye, because he's sensible, Ronnie.
Disney means he's just a wee kind of Jesus Christ superstars.
There you go. There's a fountain flowing deep in my hallelujah singing.
Aye, we used to go to the gospel
my
hall.
Cup's full of running over, and the Lord sent me. I'm as happy as can be. My cup's full of running over. I'm fucking losing it.
Did you go to chapel or church or whatever? Did you go to any of them?
No, see, there's a story behind that, right? My mum was a Catholic, my dad was a Protestant, and they couldn't pick a side for me to play football. So I basically played in goals myself and had no cunt to hang about with and listen to my mum getting pumped on a Sunday rather than going to chapel or church.
Just on a Sunday?
Aye, it was like clockwork. It was quite creepy, actually.
Really? Why?
Aye, it was like you knew when you knew you were an hour away for your bacon roll, not mine, as long as you washed their hands first.
So it was a Sunday sesh then.
And my mum was like Tarzan and
right,
and then
here's the thing. Right, see me, right, hippies on Illinois, Paul Hipson's on Illinois, right? And that's a question. See, when you were growing up, did you ever hear your mommy and daddy or mommy or daddy having sex?
I heard my mum all the time. My mum was such an inconsiderate fucking shagger. Because she only going out once a week, you would think the was were coming in. And then she would float through with a wee nightie and that on, like fucking something that a dancing queen Saturday night.
How old were you?
You remember that? You were in a baking room then. But I once you've washed your hands.
Up with her hair all over the place and all that.
Dads.
Right. So how many people in the comments tell us that how many people actually when growing up could hear sexual behaviours in the house?
Just my mom. I heard my dog once, but that was me selling his teddy.
Dogs used to get stuck together.
I caught my sister getting pumped, but that wasn't in my house. That was in her house, and she hadn't locked her door.
Do you walk in on her?
I've got 3 sisters, so technically none of them can sue me because all of them have been banged a lot. Well, one of them's not.
So you walked in on her? Did you walk in
on her? She was getting it, yeehaw, Superman on tap, but again, her best moves. And I was like, holy fuck, I need a drink of water.
Here's a question, did she stop? Did she stop going?
Aye, she did. She stopped to tell me to get the fuck out, but it didn't stop her stride because I heard her finishing.
So she finished that. So she finished the game.
My sister never leaves a job unfinished. If she starts something, she finishes it.
It's Errol Duncan's. I told my mum's boyfriend's parents, best friend's parents, I seen them playing leapfrog.
I'll tell you a bit. Wait till you hear this one, Rory. I'll tell you a better one than that. My oldest heard me once, right, and she was quite young, right, and she got in the back of the car, and me and my ex were sitting in the car, and we were taking our wee pal home for us as well, right? And she goes like, see how you said you were wrestling? I said, yes. Well, I tell my teacher, because I know what you're exactly doing, and you're disgusting.
No, man.
That is the half of it, right? And I thought, oh my God, I've got to go to parents' night. All nights for her to say this to her teacher. I went parents' night that night. So I went in there sweating. You know, I couldn't face it. I thought, what am I doing here? I was in a jogging suit and all that. So I looked as if I just fucking hung about and left my wings with fucking Regal and a DVD. I looked at that. So I walked in, gave the speech. Oh, I'm really sorry. I mean, our doors were knocked down in the living room, and she was up the stair. And do you know what? Ken, we're human. She went, listen, I'll stop you there. I still remember the wee boy saying to me one day, you know, my dad had an awful sore winky last night. And she said, oh, did you, son? He said, it's okay, but my mum kissed it better.
Wayne's a wee
That's
grass,
what the teacher told me to make me feel better. So my Wayne heard me, but somebody's Wayne caught them giving their man a blowjob.
Jesus, man. So there's the thing, man. Then the Waynes tell other pals, look, that's a cracker. There's a cracker. When I was younger, my pal, she used to bang on the wall, shout and tell him to stop. Imagine it banging on the wall, like, wait, enough. Imagine that, but you think
they were actually doing it while I was staying at a pal's once, and I heard her mum and that were dead posh. You know, they said, would you like, they're the type like Kevin Bridges says that would buy hush rice. You know what I mean? They were like, yes, you can come over to it. Oh, she's a delightful child. She is from the scheme. And then you're hearing Marion being at yeehaw at fucking 3 o'clock in the morning. I ain't bothered, Marion. You sound a bit for the scheme yourself.
Did you hear it actually happening?
Aye.
Right, so you're right. So
I was a 13-year-old man, and I actually terrified me. I used to think that sounds awful saying. How's that meant to be fun?
What did your sister say to you? Did your sister say to you, look, Dee, sorry about that? Or no, because you walked in.
No, she said it's my fucking living room and it's my fucking house. And if you don't get an answer, don't you just walk in my living room door, you arsehole. I says, well, don't forget to make it, you fucking idiot.
Aye, there you go. People are laughing, but they must be thinking to themselves, I remember hearing my man die. I remember hearing
or getting caught. You're thinking, I wonder what sister she's talking about.
There's that question as well. I was going to ask her name, but I thought I better know. No,
there's no chance that's happening, by the way. There's no chance that's happening, because either sister, if it ever gets planted on them, that's another reason. That's another reason for two of them to hate me and one of them to punch me.
No, don't say that. Look at that one. We always get told, I'm away to wash your dad's back, and the next thing we know, there's a tsunami happening. See, the ma told the Waynes, I'm going up to wash your dad's back. Just going to wash your daddy's back. I'll do it in a minute.
I remember catching Manty Angela and Uncle Jim lynching, and I can say that because Manty Angela will be watching this, and Uncle Jim's in Australia, and I was disgusted. I'm thinking the age of use, because I was only away and they were quite young and hip, but I remember them lynching and there were slavers flying. I went, that is bogging. I am never doing that. Never ever.
You never want to kiss men or yuck.
Terrified my first kiss. I had to take an inhaler before my first kiss and everything caused
right. Talk us through that procedure. Who was it? And come on, out it. What? How can you remember your first kiss? I get suspended in primary 7 for breakdancing on two
My first kiss, I couldn't out it. But what I'll remember is my first kiss was my first love, and we used to lie over the Spider Park, which was in Kilburnie, right before I discovered Buckfast, went right off the rails and went through the Fulton. But that's a different story. I used to lie in up in a wee secluded park with this boy. His first name was Mark, that's all I'll say. And he was the most gorgeous, cutest guy that you'd ever seen in your life. And I fucked that day because I just do that all the time.
Poor Mark. But that was your first kiss?
Oh, he's happily married now and living the high life. He's doing great. His wife looks like a model. So he's
do you hate him? Oh, you must hate him.
No.
I get
pals all through school and all that, but I'm talking about what, 14 or something. Do you know what I mean? I'm talking about years and years ago.
Mine was in primary, was Wendy Reid, and then I got suspended, right? It was primary 7. I said I was breakdancing.
Primary 7?
Listen, wait, hear this, listen, my ma had to get into school, right? So I didn't know what to tell her. So they're like, you're not getting back in. Your ma, we want to speak to your parents. So my ma ran me down to school, and I says, look, you need to go in there. They want to speak to you, right? And she was like, what have you done? And I was like, I was breakdancing up the grassy. I was breakdancing on this lassie Sharon. And that's what I said. That was my excuse. So my mum went down, right, and she sat outside the headmaster's office. And there was 2 women there. And they were talking about this boy, this bad influence. And it was the 2 women, it was 2 lassies that was on the grassy with me. And the 2 women were talking about this boy Ronnie and this boy Ronnie Parton. It's fucking terrible. My lassies came home last night. She was getting because the teachers were shouting at her. And they were talking. My ma said she was mortified when the headmaster opened the door and says, Mrs. Park. And my ma had to, they too realised that was my mammy. And they were talking about him. She says, I was mortified at listening to you. So I get suspended.
Have you not seen that joke where everybody's saying as well? Because my mum used to say it to me all the next time, anyway, you're fucking pissing, I'll slap you into next year. I've never wanted so much one of these slaps my whole entire life as I do.
Oh, the new, you want kicked right into next year. There's a guy, Steve.
I want to go back to school to fucking dog it, just so I can get weathered into 2021.
Well, what do you think they're going to start stopping people, start stopping you for going out? You can get fined and you can get tickets.
Do you know what? I don't give a fuck anymore.
Is that so deep? But what if you go to the
Because I'm anticipating everything. See all this shite out of the fucking thing. Mate, I've got pals. I've turned off my group chats. I've turned off everything. Because I don't want to hear, as I keep saying, and I've said it fucking time and time again, that's how I'm avoiding talking about this fucking stupid virus. This is the only time I'll mention it, right? Don't let it hide. But I'm sick of fucking hearing when it's coming. I feel a bit like William Morris. I'm on then! Fucking hurry up. Well,
I don't like to watch, as I say last week, don't watch the news. I try not to tune into it too much, but I've got a bet on with somebody there about how many deaths there's going to be.
You are joking?
Well, it was her that said it. She says there's going to be 20,000 people or something. I says, I bet you any money there's no by the end of this month. So I've got a bet on with that. So don't die.
How many do you think?
I don't know. Like I was thinking, what is it? The new 6,000 or something?
Don't know. I don't keep.
We actually betting on dead people. We're betting.
Bet you be viewers with fucking anxiety because you're talking about a bit.
No, that's what I'm saying. They're not going to be fine because they're tuning into positivity and don't watch the news. Get out and exercise. Have a good diet. And do you know what I mean? You might need something on your walk.
As I keep saying, right, there was a Gulf War and all that when we were wee, right? The fucking World War and that, it's a long time before me, right? But there were Gulf War and all that movie. And I remember being a wee bit slightly scared and seeing all the tanks on the telly and all this shit, right? But I only got to see that if my mum forgot to put the paper away or switch the news over, right? I don't need emailed every hour that we fucking Jimmy Cranky and fucking Taiwan is telling me that lemon juice fucking cures corona. And I don't need wee fucking Susie, a nurse in Kuala Lumpur, telling me that it's a lie, they're hiding bodies everywhere. I don't need Susie either.
No, man.
Don't get like flying fuck to themselves and fucking clap the NHS, hope that everybody stays safe, hope that we get through this quickly and fuck off with your death stories before I come along fucking with the Grim Reaper personally and punch you in the throat.
Have you been going out doing that thing at 8 o'clock at night, clapping and all that? Have you done that?
I've done it on a Thursday for the NHS, aye, definitely.
Did you do it for Boris? Did you clap for Boris?
Why did you have to ask me that? Listen, a new pal of mine, but pals that I was introduced to their circle, and they're really nice people, right? Their pal is in fucking a really bad way in hospital, right? I've not heard if he's improving or what's happened, right? I've not heard anything. I've not asked. It's not my business. He's not my close pal. However, I didn't clap for him.
No.
I'm clapping for the NHS because they're an organisation, right? And I support, I voted SNP and I voted Nicola Sturgeon. If Nicola Sturgeon went into the hospital, which God forbid, and I have fingers crossed that she doesn't, right? But if she did, I wouldn't go and clap for her either. I'm clapping for people that are saving fucking lives, no for somebody else. If I'm clapping for Boris Johnson, I'm saying, don't wish somebody did. That's what I was saying. People that are all saying the guy should die and all that. That guy, don't get me fucking started because I went nuts about it the other day there. But I wouldn't clap for Boris Johnson, no, because I voted for Nicola Sturgeon, because I wouldn't clap for Nicola Sturgeon either. I'm clapping for an organisation that are fucking run off their fucking feet, still haven't got all the fucking protective where they should, and fucking risking their life and their families in order to try and save our families. That's a completely different clap for one guy in ICU.
There you go. Well said, Dee. But I'm with you because they did my street claps. So somebody was playing the bagpipes though last week for the NHS, and I was thinking to myself, you could play it in tune. And I was thinking, when does he practice?
100%, and one would not have clapped for Nicola Sturgeon either, because there's other people who are the big stars. It's the same with like Idris Elba. I wouldn't have went out and clapped for him either if he'd had it bad, because these people are no different, and when it comes to human life. So when you're fighting life. Boris Johnson to wee fucking Jimmy that stayed in a shelter doing
John Gilmore. John Gilmore's on here, and he's a wee postman. There's one, another one. You would clap for him.
He's
Stomping the street.
and taking it, and he's got his way and everything as well. As much as a ball bag, he tries to get smart.
He is a ball bag guy. But listen, I'm totally agreeing with you there, and I think John would agree with that as well.
He knows he's a ball bag. He often tells us also that we don't forget.
So that's what you want next year. Next year, you don't want to have like fucking the BBC awards or the Oscars or anything like that. They should help all these people out. Have awards for them for all different like areas of NHS. Have a big dinner for them and all that. And
I do feel there's a lot of celebrities out there, as I keep plugging it as well. Stacey Solomon, do you know what I mean? And they're on that Instagram. They're opening up their life every day. Do you know what I mean? And they're trying to spread happiness and letting us intrude into their real life and Insta and all that. And Stacey Solomon's just fucking. She's my spirit animal. I fucking love her.
Is that her with an annoying voice?
She's not got an annoying voice, a wee prick. She's got a soothing bedtime story voice.
Excuse me with that language. No, is that not her that was on that show? It was like one of the fucking reality shows or something. She had big teeth.
No, she's got a fantastic, super big smile. You fucking starting my fucking Stacey Solomon on that show, and I will rip those fucking wings off that you've got at the side of your head. She keeps me going every day.
What does she do? What does she do? What does she do? Like,
she's just funny as fuck.
And she's
hilarious.
What's showing you inside her house?
Funnier than you, you wee tit.
I mean, hard there. Look, John's admitted it. I am a ball bag. I seen John's one of the people that shaved his head, right?
I know.
I did think about it for a wee second. Did you think about it? Ever thought about doing a
I am a ball bag and a baldy.
Aye, baldy one. He shaved all his head. I'm not going to shave my head. I
don't think you because you're going to be able to see more of your face. Just keep wearing your hat.
No, but I've got all these scars on the back of my head for running away from fights. So I don't want to show them.
I know you're shite bag.
The RATC. My dad says I was in the RATC when I was younger. I says, what's that?
Says,
they run away, they're coming. That was my gang, run away, they're coming.
No, I was first into it and then went, where the fuck's all my pals? They're away with Ronnie.
Look, so poor Stacey. I don't know who Stacey Solomon is real. That's why she's good. The people are all saying she's real. She's a real.
See?
I don't know who it is. I've never watched her. You've got it sus now.
Pick your head in. Pick your head in. Pick your head in. No, you're meant to move for a punch, you idiot. Pick your head in again.
I'm meant to put my head back. I can't do it right. You dick.
Just carry fucking it.
I don't know who Stacey Solomon is. They're dealing
right, we're digressing, right. So, what I've done is, right, wait to hear this, talking about the whole hair dilemma, right? What I've actually done is, Ronnie, fuck's sake, run away.
Aye, because of you. I know, Dean.
But so what I've done is, I've ordered Flick his willy.
That's ridiculous. Do you think there'll ever come a day in technology when you can do that? You can reach on your screen and come out the other person's?
That would be great, because imagine you matched your Tinder date and you didn't need to get a taxi or get out your bed for it, or try and sort yourself out and go there. Just jump out the phone.
That's a good thing. You think to yourself, right, but he could just horn through, obviously give you money instead of buying you dinner. Just horn through. Here, I've just bought you dinner here, get yourself a pizza, and then just wire away. You know what I mean? And that'd be that. You wouldn't need
wire away.
Wire in.
You're one
wire in. Says you. Where is your ex right now? Right now, where is he?
Up the stairs, keeping the reins under control.
I agree enough. You need to, because we've seen him before running on the pitch. The wee man with his crisps.
You know what the wee man says to me today?
What? He
says, "Mum, I know that this is lockdown, but you know your eyebrows are like really nearly your ears." He says, "Mum, you have lost a lot of weight, but you still look a bit, cuddly."
That means he wants a cuddle.
He'll get a cuddle with a fucking bit of barbed wire. He ever says that to me again?
I'm not shaving my hair off, and I don't dye it either. That's what I was
got to tell you. Right. That's what I was got to tell you. I see that. I am going to rang my again tube.
I know. I keep talking.
I've ordered 30 volume peroxide and bleach, and I'm going to bleach my own hair and then tone it and see if it doesn't work. I'm just going to get a bigger hairband.
So it's going to be pure blonde, just like white. As if you've fucking got a fright, just when your hair's just...
Which means if I've got a... How can you slag my hair when you got a fucking Oasis with a heavy cum a car crash?
Oh, yeah. But listen, see if this goes on for another 6 weeks. Think about the fucking hairdos that's going to be on show.
Think about the length of your hair that I'm going to have to look at.
There'll be big queues now outside Morrison's, you know. There'll be big queues outside all the hairdressers. Or just standing there, like fucking, just...
Number 21, number 21, that's you now, cut and blow dry. I'm sorry we can't fit in your colour. Cunts are falling the deck greeting because they couldn't get their colour.
Just loads of people outside the hairdressers looking like Cousin It. Now just hair and glasses just all standing there.
Aye, hairdressers are just fucking giving them block cuts and dying, get them out the fucking door because they need to pay for all their mortgage. They've got a 3-month holiday for that they need to pay at the end.
Fortune hairdressers are going to make a fucking fortune when this is all finished.
Aye, so is porn stars, but...
Sorry? We are? How am I going to make a fortune?
No, porn stars.
That's what I'm saying. How am I going to make a fortune?
We're not talking about 70s throwbacks, mate. Now, the days with cunts with you, I think it was terrible. These kind of women with these perfect boobs and really, the triangle on their vag is like out of this world. How did they get that? Right? And they've got that. And then this big dodgy guy with this big Burt Reynolds tash jumps in. I'm here to fix your boiler. If you're here to fix my boiler, it's all right, pal. I fixed it myself. Away you go.
I don't know anybody, right? I don't know anybody in this world who's had a plumber come to their house, a lassie I'm talking about, or they've had like somebody to fix their boiler and they've slept with them. Just happens. It happens in the movies. It doesn't happen in real life.
I slept with my Sky guy.
No danger. Did the guy come to put Sky in your house and you slept with him?
I only had a standard package. By the time he left, I had the movies.
Is that a true story?
Yes.
How long was he in for? And I don't mean the act, I'm talking about.
2 hours in total. It only takes 15 minutes for the install.
Right, here's our question. See, when did you realise to yourself, I'm pumping him? When he came in, how long did it take you?
He take his toolbox out the van. It'd been a while.
The guy came in and says, I'm
in to fix caring what he looked like, but as soon as he turned around, it was a bonus.
I'm in to fix your Sky. And you say, are you fucking right here?
Exactly, Ron.
So just right away, you just thought to yourself, aye, right, that's it.
Aye. I wanted 2 remotes.
Right, all right. And how did you get him on board with it? Was he there? Did you just say to him?
No. I mean, this was when being younger. You know what I mean? Obviously, when he opened the door to me at 21, when he really marks in their life and
marks in your life.
It's self-explanatory.
This guy just thought to himself, I can see she's got that look.
Sky guy went straight to the sky, didn't he, his knees?
Sky guy was looking at the sky for the next 2 hours.
He was doing a bit of aerial tuning because it was back in the days, not when it was a big dish.
Yeah, Cara Brown said she had the gas man in the day to service her boiler. Nah. It was just the boiler that got serviced.
Yes. Thank you.
Aye. No, so right away you thought to yourself, right, there's a guy in, he's supposed to be coming to fix my Sky, but I know what's happening.
That boy gave me free upgrades for about 2 years until he tried to get me to do comedy at his wedding. That wasn't really what I'd planned was going to happen.
You should have went up and just told everybody how you met him. All right, guys, I'm here. You don't believe this is how I met him, and just fucking tell that story. First time I seen him, he was trying to fix my Sky. I raped him.
I did.
and here we are. And here we are now.
I've got to Dee, it's my birthday. I think you should sing me a song. Jacqueline, you said happy birthday to Forgiven, so you've just stuck yourself in for when you've tuned in. Because I said happy birthday, and they got the whole story how I forgot your birthday, but I'll be singing for them. So hold on 1 minute. Wait a minute. Happy birthday to you. You were born in Azu. You look like Jeremy the monkey, and you act like him too. Love you.
Jesus Christ. So is that your cousin then? The one that...
Aye.
Jacqueline, she was talking about you earlier. Fucking get with the programme. You've just tuned in.
And that's my dad and her dad, as you would say up in Glasgow. My dad and her dad, they're brothers. But we say down here, my dad and her dad are brothers.
Brothers?
Brothers.
My brothers, is that what they said in your No, I'm not singing a song,
up your
Derry.
way. I remember going to college up your way, and I used to love the name Sarah. I was going to call my firstborn Sarah, and I went to college at Glasgow, Cardonald, and I met this guy called Janko, and he called my pal Sarah.
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 What was his name? Yanko?
Janko.
Janko, right. What the fuck's that all about? Why was he called
I don't
Janko?
know. I only knew him at college for a year. I don't even know if the guy's still about, what he's up to, if he's married. When's Janko? If you're watching, reunite, mate.
What were you doing in college?
I was at that one. I was doing an NC in legal business admin and technology.
Right. All right. How old were you?
17. Never been kissed. Well, twice.
Yeah, well, you were in love. You fell out of love with, what was his face? Mine was Wendy Reid. My first, I remember primary school, Easterhouse. Wendy Reid, I went out.
Yeah, I bet you hang up about this Wendy Reid. I hope she's not
No, I
watching.
didn't remember that. That's just the first one I remember. Dee, there's a question. Can I ask you a quick question? Because we're going to finish soon. What's your first ever memory?
My first ever memory?
What's the first thing you can remember in your life?
Is eating macaroni cheese, the kind of tinned shit that you used to get at the Heinz stuff.
On toast.
Is eating that and my mum saying to me, just eat the rest of it and you'll get out to fucking play and you better have washed your hands, you dirty wee bastard.
Is that your first memory?
Aye.
Because I was asking somebody today, mine's is getting a leg and a wing at the stairs in Easterhouse in the close, and my brother held on, he was kidding on, he was letting me go, and Jed let me go and I smashed my head. That's the first thing I remember.
No, honestly, the first memory I can remember from start to finish, I was 7-year-old and I was racing my big cousin Tom and I was running back laughing at him. I'm beating you, look at you, Dafty. Right into the lamppost, right?
Aye, see
the wee circle bit that sticks out. I actually took my cheek out, right? But that isn't the most bit memorable. My auntie ran me all the way to the hospital. She couldn't drive. She took me to the doctor, who at that time we went to see the doctor out ours at his house. Remember that?
You went to the doctor's house?
So we went to the house and he's like, no, she'll need to go to hospital. But my auntie Jana liked to drink, right? So she was fully for a hospital, for fuck's sake, right? He gets to the hospital and this is the most memorable, funny thing I've ever heard, right? I'd ran into a lamppost, bear that in mind.
Smashed your cheek.
Right, Denise, just tell us the story again. Now, and you said at the lamppost, were you inside or outside? And Manty goes like, aye. She was in the house, in the living room. You see everybody in Kilburnie, they've got a fucking lamppost in the middle of their living room. You daft bastard. Just get up and get me home.
Did you break your cheek in the lamppost right enough?
Honestly, just like, aye, it was inside, Ken, aye. We've been knocking fuck out of, aye. Lamppost in the middle of the living room. Everybody in Kilburnie got one of them. Oh, there's another memory. That's talking about Manty Jana. Me and Jacqueline stayed at her house, right? Because she liked a wee drink and she used to shout during the night to my uncle, you heard it, there's the door. Shout at her as abuse at night, right? And Jacqueline was dying and she had her arm hooked in the toes, which meant I was getting choked and Jacqueline was cheek to cheek with me here, right? And she just pipes up. It was like the Exorcist rising and she's like, shut the eyeballs. And about 2 seconds passed and my cousin was absolutely shit herself because she had never experienced this Auntie Jana, right? And she turned around and goes like to me because she's quite intelligent. She's a chartered surveyor, you know. She's quite a clever girl, my cousin, right? But she turns around and goes like with pure scared voice like, you can't shut your eyeballs.
See that auntie you're talking about in the house? Did you ever hear her having sex in the house when she was watching you?
Oh fuck no! I heard her knocking fuck out my uncle with a poker, right enough.
Poker. She battered him with it.
She was mental, man. I loved her to death. He used to come in and he would go up in the morning because he'd be drinking every night. I'll tell you this and then we need to wrap it up, right? He used to come in and he would come down in the morning and we used to thought it was just because he was happy, but he'd been out all night and obviously been out dead late and she was raging. The bride was fucking, he was late, right? And he'd get up in the morning, she'd go and wake him up. He was at that bowling club last night. Away and wake him up. And we'd run up the stairs. Uncle Alfie, Uncle. And he was a great guy, right? And he would just jump up and go, oh, I'm Mitchy-pee-pee-why. I'm Mitchy-pee-pee-why. All the way down the stairs. And she says, I'll knock that happiness out you bastard. You know what I mean?
And she did, I know. My granny used to batter my granda. Oh, you da Ross. I mean,
He actually caught him to his knees, and she's saying he'd taken a wee funny turn, but we seen my older sister seen the reflection of the poker in the fire, so she'd seen she was hiding it behind her. Oh, he's taking a wee funny turn.
Here's a thing, right? I bet you never went to the post. See if a guy gets a doing off a woman, he's not got to the post.
No, but it's just the same height. It shouldn't be right. It's not.
No, it's not right. Not at all.
Abuse is abuse, regardless.
There's people saying, there's Joanne saying,
anyway,
hi. About me.
On that note, me and you're going to get to fuck off my screen and leave this because I love you. And we're going to wrap up. That was I loved that. That was just taking everybody's mind off everything. There wasn't too much talking right and having a crack and some funny stories. Me and the Ron will be back for
Wednesday.
Week number. What week number is it, Ronnie?
4 next week.
Yes. Lockdown with Dee and Ronnie at 9 p.m. next week. You never know. This could end up.
Ah, yes. You got it. You're trying to ring it. You fucked it up.
Fuck you.
You. Right, well, I'll see you next week, Missy.
Right.
And see everybody else. Thanks, everybody, for listening to us talk.
Right, speak to you later, darling. Thank you. Bye. Well, that's been another night of lockdown with Dee Maxwell and Ronnie Park. We will be back next week. I might have yellow hair. It could be possible. We might be sporting the hairbands, but we're going to talk about progression, keeping it nice and current to you. Now, listen, guys, this is almost like a TV show now, right? So I'll be in Friday's show. That's Friday Feeling with the marvellous, wonderful sponsor of the Do the Unthinkable. He's trained people in Australia and everything. He's going to talk about all things fitness and lockdown. Anyway, I've been Dee Maxwell. You've been fucking awesome. Mwah. See you in a fucking wee screen seat near you soon.